Welcome to the Ohio Farm Bureau podcast. I'm Ty Higgins. In early 2017, Congress and then President Donald Trump passed the largest tax reform in a generation, known as the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, and its impact has been substantial. Those positive results may only last a little while longer, as the act contained multiple automatic sunset provisions that are set to kick in at the end of 2025. Joining us to talk more about it is an attorney at Wright and Moore, Ryan Conklin. Ryan, great to see you. Welcome to the podcast.
Great to see you as well, Ty. Thanks for having me.
Of course, we talked about one of the sunset provisions being tied to the estate and gift tax exemption, and that is something you're focusing on with your clients quite a bit right now. What did the Tax Cut and Jobs Act mean for estate tax exemptions?
Yeah, so part of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, as you mentioned, Ty, included those automatic sunset provisions. And on the estate tax front, this was one of the compromises that had to be brokered in order to get the bill through Congress there 6 years ago. But what's going to happen with the estate tax is over the last 6 years, we've enjoyed the most favorable federal estate tax climate we've ever seen in our country's history. But there at the end of 2025, we're going to take an estate tax exemption of about somewhere between 13 and 14 million per person. We're going to essentially cut it in half. It will revert back to pre-2017 tax law. So what that means is there on December 31st, 2025, if you have an estate of 28 million, you're safe from all estate taxes. But if you take that same estate on January 1, all of a sudden you would be subject to that 40% flat tax. That's over the exemption amount. So potentially serious ramifications for farm families.
Is there a possibility this exemption might get extended beyond that December 31st, 2025 deadline, or is something being done on the policy front to maybe help it last a little bit longer, if not long term?
Of course, and that possibility of extensions always out there. You know, the 2024 election is going to have a major part in all of this, but if there is going to be an extension on that, we don't expect it until the 11th hour. The consensus around estate planning and wealth planning right now is that you need to prepare for the sunset to occur. But thankfully, what we've got in the House of Representatives right now is the Preserving Family Farms Act of 2023. It's kind of a recycled bill from a couple of representatives. And what that would do is create an improved exemption amount or improved special tax election for farm families. It's pending in the House once again. Could use quite a bit of nudging in order to get that on the forefront of our policy discussion, but that would be a substantial help to farmers in particular.
So I have to imagine you're planning with your clients that this is going to sunset, and you're encouraging your clients to consider what as we get closer to this expiration date.
Yeah, just even this week, Ty, we've had the experience of a farmer saying, "Hey, I'm done with planting. This is my last crop season, or I'm ready to sell the cows." For some farm families, planning that far in advance or giving some lead time to help their professional team plan around such a major event, it's not the best thing that they will do. But reason why we're emphasizing this so much right now is because 2025 is going to be an incredibly busy year for wealth planners, tax professionals, real estate professionals, investment firms, because there's going to be a lot of movement to be able to combat this sunset provision. So the best recommendation I can give to listeners is plan far in advance. If you get to 2025 and you want to start worrying about estate taxes, it might be too late just because of availability.
Where can our listeners find out more about what we're talking about here today?
Yeah, I know Farm Bureau has plenty of information on this. Leah Curtis does, I think, some work on the tax front and is very good at tracking the policy side. Our website, ohiofarmlaw.com, would have some information on it as well. And then would also refer listeners to the Agricultural and Natural Resource Law program at Ohio State Extension.
Ryan Conklin, an attorney at Wright and Moore. As he mentioned, you can find out more about it online at ohiofarmbureau.org and, of course, ohiofarmlaw.com, his website. Ryan, appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thanks again, Ty.
Agriculture is more than a part of life, it's a passion, a lifestyle, and a resilient community that works hard and does right. We need our farmers now more than ever to join the H2 Ohio effort and help protect Ohio's most precious resource, water. H2 Ohio helps farmers with the resources to reduce nutrient runoff and prevent algal blooms in local waterways. Enrollment now open in the 14 counties in the Maumee River watershed. Contact your local soil and water conservation district to find out more. The Ohio Farm Bureau podcast continues after this.
Here in our state, there's an energy at work, a drive to help people live healthier lives with confidence. But it can't be done alone. That's why our healthcare, business, and community leaders have joined together to help people here feel more empowered by their healthcare, leading to improved long-term health and savings. A health plan for small businesses in the agricultural industry was created by the Ohio Farm Bureau Federation. It provides members the tools, resources, and financial protection to feel confident in their healthcare decisions. By sharing responsibilities, we help build healthier employees and communities, driving down costs, connecting members digitally to Anthem's diverse network of local resources, participating in health literacy, easing administrative burdens. Joining the plan means you're part of making healthcare work better, giving people the confidence to make anything possible. To learn more about how the plan can work for your business, visit our website or call your broker or Anthem sales representative.
Find out how Nationwide Agribusiness can help you grow your business. Get to know the people with the experience and knowledge to help you. Whether you are looking to protect your farm or ranch from the ground up, or need someone who understands your changing commercial ag needs. Find out how to better manage the risks of your ag business, or how quickly you can get back to business. Learn how you can protect your next with Nationwide on your side.
Welcome back to the Ohio Farm Bureau podcast. I'm Ty Higgins. Before you know it, the 2023 Farm Science Review will be here. The dates this year, September 19th, 20th, and 21st at the Molly Caron Ag Center in London. To talk about the highlights of this year's Farm Science Review, the manager, Nick Zachrich. Nick, always great to see you, and we'll talk about that piece of equipment behind you in a bit, but I want to start out just by asking you how crops are looking there in your part of Madison County.
Yeah, we've been really lucky here, Ty. We had a really nice rain. That last big system that came through gave us a pretty good shot of rain. And, of course, we can add a little water as we need to in some places on the farm now. But crops look excellent. We're in really good shape. The field demo fields are in great condition. Our farm manager has done a great job and his crew. So really looking forward to field demonstrations. The crops in our area are still pretty green. So, you know, if you're not out in the field harvesting yet, we know that you have a little bit of time this fall. So come and see us on September 19th to 20th and 21st and check out all the good stuff at Farm Science Review, education, equipment, services. There's all things farm related. If you're in farming, there's something here for you.
I feel kind of bad for those just listening to the podcast. Of course, we have an audio and video version. The video versions are on YouTube and Facebook if you want to see what we're talking about. But behind Nick right now is a brand new piece of equipment that's going to be one of the highlights of this year's review. Tell us about that machine.
Yeah, it's an autonomous irrigator. Dr. Scott Shearer, he's the department chair of food, ag and biological engineering at NCFAS at Ohio State. So he's got a lot of projects, and we do some on-farm research, and you can find a lot of the project information on eFields. So if you do a little search for OSU and eFields, you'll be able to find that PDF version online. And they have paper copies in different places too, and extension offices. And they usually have a few here at Farm Science Review, so you can be able to find a few of those on our site during the show. But so what this machine does is it can irrigate, on a center pivot, you pretty much have a circle, and this machine can do pretty much about any shape. It moves out really slow and just dumps water, but really the way I see it as a game changer, and probably a topic that will be in the news quite a bit, especially with Utah and the water quality that, management that we're really diving deep into now across the agriculture and especially in Ohio. We can apply manure with this. So, liquefied manure can operate through this, and you can, of course, see how tall it is over top of the corn. So we can side dress on corn pretty late into the season, and that's going to be a game changer, I think. We talk about disruptors in industries, and I think this could be one of those.
Also, an autonomous tractor Dr. Shearer is going to be bringing to review as well. I happened to see that in person a few weeks ago.
That's right. We have some great industry partnerships going on right now, especially with research projects that Dr. Shearer's doing. Of course, he does all types of different research projects, some that we're allowed to talk about and some that we're not, but these industry partnerships are right out front and center. So they're really fun to talk about since everybody can see it and it's right here. And being here at the Molly Cairn Agricultural Center really puts a leg ahead for us. We can have some of those pieces during the show, and some of his professors and students, Dr. John Fulton will be talking a little bit in the Ag Innovations demonstrations during the field demos. So at 12:30 each day, you can go over and see some of those things. Spray drones are a big topic right now also, so you'll be able to see some of those in operation with some of the topics of conversation that revolves around that. But also, if you're looking in the market to buy, looking in the market to have a custom applicator with spray drones come and apply for you on your crops, then all those are topics of conversation. And we'll even have a few folks from the FAA on site near the Ag Crops team on the East End near the parking lot. If you have questions, if you want to get certified and don't know how, all the different rules that are involved in applying fungicides with drones, they'll be able to answer all your questions of what the current registration opportunities are, the certifications, and the rules and regulations to that. So a lot of different pieces with spray drones right now, and it's a really hot topic. So if you have any interest in any of those things, this is the place for you this year among all the other opportunities at Farm Science Review.
That covers a lot of ground as far as the agronomic aspects, the iron and technology. And when I talk with consumers and the media calls me and asks me about Ohio agriculture, the one thing I love to share is the diversity of our industry. We grow anything from corn and soybeans to garlic and pickles and tomatoes. That diversity really shows up at Farm Science Review about just how specialized Ohio agriculture can be.
Absolutely. And, we're in the hundreds of crops, in Ohio, where some states, big agricultural states may only have 3 or 4 major crops. And we have really great diversity, especially, when you think about irrigation and things like that. We're really not known for a lot of irrigation, a lot of center pivots and things like that. You'll find some across Ohio, and you'll find some of those products at Farm Science Review, but you also see the smaller irrigation systems, and the different types of smaller agriculture, high value crops is what I would consider those, on the smaller acreage, but still a lot of value there, and vegetables and fruits. We're really diverse and just love that. And our extension educators kind of complement that as well. We kind of have a little bit of coverage in each area to be able to accommodate and serve those different parts of the industry. So a lot of those people will be here on site. We'll have over 100 different extension employees with the specialists, but also a lot of the county educators will be here to help out and answer all the questions that you have. So really looking forward to all the education that's happening here among all the industry leading experts that are bringing their products and services and all the different things that they have for you to see.
Well, I hope the weather on September 19th, 20th, and 21st looks just like it does behind you right now there at Farm Science Review. Sunny and beautiful, and temperatures right in the mid-80s would be perfect for those 3 days. How do we get tickets, Nick, and find out more about this year's Farm Science Review?
Yep, we have several options for tickets, so you can buy those online. So if you go to our website at fsr.osu.edu, you'll be able to just buy them right there online if you'd like to. And the pre-sale tickets are $10. At the gate is $15. You can also still get paper tickets either at an OSU Extension office that participates and some agribusinesses out there, and then also at the gate too. So those paper tickets are still available. So you can buy them at the gate as you come in. But all those different options are ways to come in. And then follow us on social media for all the newest information also. So we're on many different platforms with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. So a lot of different platforms, and you can check out the information there and maybe get a little preview of some of the other things that will be happening at the show this year.
Again, the website is fsr.osu.edu. Nick Zachrich, manager of Farm Science Review. Looking forward to seeing you later this month. Thank you.
Yep. Look forward to seeing you too there, Ty. Really always appreciate the support from Ohio Farm Bureau and all the other exhibitors at Farm Science Review.